Today, on Guess What I Found Out, we are going to answer the question every dog owner has whispered while peeing with an audience of one. Why does your dog follow you absolutely everywhere? To the kitchen, to the couch, to the bathroom, where they sit and stare at you like a tiny, furry security guard reviewing your performance. Curious George, meet the Velcro Goblin. That is my new official name for the dog that materializes at your heel the instant you stand up, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what is going on inside that fuzzy little head. Here is the first thing to wrap your brain around. You are not just your dog's owner. You are, functionally, their entire civilization. Your Velcro Goblin does not have a job, a friend group, a fantasy football league, or a single text message to answer. They have you. That is the whole list. So when they trail you from room to room, it is not neediness in the way we usually mean it. It is the natural behavior of a creature whose entire social universe is one person. And that person just walked toward the hallway. And this goes deeper than habit. It is wired in. Domestication built a genuine attachment system between dogs and humans, the same kind of bonding machinery you would expect between a parent and an infant. When you and your dog lock eyes, both of your brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. You are not imagining the connection. You are chemically entangled with the small animal who eats socks. Now, the close following has a name. Behaviorists call it shadowing, when your dog stays within touching distance like a second, hairier shadow. This traces back to pack instinct, where the more vulnerable members stay close to the stronger ones for protection. In your living room, that translates to your goblin deciding that being more than 4 feet from you is simply too risky a lifestyle. And here is the part that surprised me. Being separated by just one room can measurably raise a dog's stress levels. One room. The bathroom door is not a minor inconvenience to them. It is an emotional event. If you have ever tripped over a Velcro Goblin who refuses to leave your ankles, do me a favor and hit that follow button, because the next thing I'm about to tell you completely changed how I see my own dog walking around my house. Your dog is running an emotional map of your home. They mentally tag each room based on what usually happens there, sorting your house into zones of safety, excitement, and, well, anxiety. The kitchen, pure joy. That is the food cathedral, the holiest site in the entire building. The bedroom? Deep comfort, because it is soaked in your scent, and it is where the pack sleeps together. And then there is the front door, which is the emotionally complicated room. The front door is where you vanish. So a lot of dogs freeze there, pace, or plant themselves and stare, because that doorway is loaded with the anxiety of you leaving. Try this. For 1 week, just notice where your dog parks itself in each room. Do they rush in, hesitate, sprawl in the dead center, or stall at the exits? You are not just watching a dog loaf around. You are reading a live map of how safe they feel in every corner of your home. Here is where it gets almost spooky. When your goblin suddenly gets clingier than usual, gluing themselves to you on a day they normally would not, they are very often reacting to you. Dogs are emotional sponges. They read your state through scent, including the cortisol your body pumps out when you are stressed, plus your breathing, your movement, and, the tone of your voice. Studies show dogs approach crying people more often and shift into gentle, comforting body language. So, if your dog is unusually attached today, here is a genuinely useful prompt. Check in with yourself. There is a decent chance your dog noticed your stress before you did. That brings me to the question I want to throw to you, Curious George. I am genuinely curious which kind of Velcro goblin lives in your house. Is yours a full-time shadow who follows you into every single room? A part-time clinger who only Velcros on during certain moods? Or perhaps an independent type who loves you but also values their personal space? Drop your answer in the comments and tell me why you think yours turned out that way. I do read these, and honestly, dog people give the best answers. Now I have to cover the serious flip side, because, well, it matters. If your dog has always been your devoted shadow, and then suddenly stops following you, pay attention. Veterinary behaviorists treat a sudden drop in following as a meaningful early warning sign. Dogs are hardwired to hide weakness, so when one is in pain or feeling unwell, one of the first things they do is quietly stop spending energy on non-essential behaviors. And following you around the house is, biologically speaking, optional. So if your normally clingy companion goes distant for more than a day or two, especially alongside changes in appetite, sleep, or how often they meet your eyes, that is your cue to call your veterinarian. Not next month, soon. But let me end on the part that genuinely got me. There is one tiny daily moment that quietly reveals how strong your bond is, and it happens before you are even fully awake. A securely bonded dog actually sleeps a little lighter and tunes their morning rhythm to yours, so that the moment you stir, they are already there, already watching, already standing by. Think about what that means. Out of everything in the world, their brain could surface first thing in the morning. The very first item on the agenda is you. Every single day, your dog wakes up and recommits to the bond before you have even found your glasses. The Velcro goblin is not following you because it is broken or anxious or bored. It is following you because in its entire universe, you are the best thing in it, and it does not want to miss a second. So tonight, when your shadow trails you to the kitchen for the 9th time, maybe let it land a little differently. If this gave you a new way to look at your own furry stalker, do the thing that helps this channel more than anything else and hit that like button and subscribe. Because the next mystery I dug up is every bit as strange and wonderful as this one, and you are going to want to be here for it. See you there, curious.